Hey guys, Rookie Lock here, back once again. I hope everyone's having a great day as always. And today I got this beautiful Assa 2 chrome padlock here. And yeah, hopefully I can get it picked on camera. But first, a little backstory about both these locks. So this one came to me first, quite a while back now. I got this from a good buddy in Sweden, ASDF KOAS. And it had this 700 core in it, which I have picked before. But later on down the road, I got this guy from West Coast Picks, and once again to both you guys, I can't thank you enough for both these locks. They have a high spot in my collection. But it had this Assa twin core in it. I was lucky though; it didn't have the sidebar, so I was able to get it picked, taken out of this lock, keyed it up to a key and sidebar that I had that I sacrificed from another lock, and I decided to put the twin core into this beautiful Assa 2 here. I thought it was a bit more deserving of the twin core than this guy here. Let me know what you guys think. That's just me anyway. But yeah, that being said, like I said, I already did pick this core, but I figured kind of got reminded of this just recently. Chris got at least 2 or 3 of these locks, and they do have the twin core in it, and I believe it does have the sidebar, and he doesn't have any keys, so quite the awesome project for him. But yeah, with that, I think I'm going to try and do it in hand. Here's the key, by the way. Oh, I might as well show the key works. 7-pin key. And yeah, like I said, I thought I'd repick this, and I have some new subscribers that may not have seen an Assa 700 core, and I'll kind of explain, hopefully if I get this open, once I get this open, what's unique about it basically. So I do kind of know this lock, and first thing I got to do is get a bit of a false set, and then the tricky part is basically playing a bit of spool ping pong and trying not to overset pins, because the key pins are basically like torpedo pins, let's call them, and you'll get counter rotation from them, and they feel like you're setting a spool, but in fact you're setting a key pin, and you'll never get the lock open. Sometimes I'll get this open like so fast it doesn't even make sense, and sometimes it takes forever, so hopefully I can do it in decent time. I should mention too, normally I would pick this with offset hybrid, would be my kind of the pick of choice. But here's my offset hybrid right now. So I won't be using that. I'm not too upset though, because that pick has lasted me forever. I'm in fact quite surprised that it lasted as long as it did. Oh, sweet, there we are. Not too bad. Like I said, sometimes it takes longer, sometimes I'll get it open pretty quick. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Poor offset hybrid there. So now a bit more about this lock. So Assa 700 basically means it's a 7-pin lock, or you could also look at it Assa 700 7. Oh, excuse me, you got the burps today. Assa 700 7 cuts on the key. Assa 600 has 6 cuts, 6 pins. Assa 1200, do I have one nearby? Yeah, Assa 1200 has 12 cuts on the key, or Assa D12. But these old style Assa 700s are something special. To my knowledge, they don't make these pins anymore. In fact, I'm pretty damn sure they don't make these pins anymore, and they're quite special. Oops. Another thing that's kind of weird about this lock, or I find kind of strange. Jeez, still not out far enough. That's gotta be far enough. There we go. So yeah, another thing I kind of find strange. Come on. Is jeez, come on, rookie. There we go. Yeah, another thing I find strange is, for whatever reason, there's no cap on here. There's no spring caps. I'll put that over there for a second. So it's kind of tricky to get this back in the lock. It's not that bad, but it'd be a lot easier if they had the caps on here. Even though I could go through the top, I'm going to still follow this out, and I think it's a 550 diameter. So here's the interesting part, the pins. I'll take this anti-drill out. That's another anti-drill. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let's flip these around. That looks pretty good. So, absolutely beautiful core here, and can see, well, you can tell by the chambers that are worn a bit more. There's undercutting in 1, 2, 4, and 6. 1, 2, 4, and 6. Yeah, it's hard to. I wish I had a better camera. That's a better shot of it, I guess, minus the shaking. So really, really deep undercutting, and this, really deep undercutting, and this really grabs. Maybe not so much with that pick, but yeah, you get the idea. Anyway, wasting time. So what does that grab, you might ask? Tweezers. Oh, sorry guys. Hope that wasn't like that. Oh yeah, not too long. Oh, what am I doing here? There's no caps in here, no springs. So, I wonder how many people were screaming at the camera. So this was number 6. Yeah, a little tricky. So there's one, just a standard single lipped gin bottle. as people call them. So in the chambers that don't have countermilling, we have these tapered pins, and they're very tapered, very Lockwood, like old Lockwood. So there we go. Not too messy of a gutting, not too quick of a gutting though, but anyway, we can see everything is very nicely balanced. So here's a shot of the famous snowman core. Really nice core. 550 thousandth diameter, where the plug is, and really beautiful plug. Really good shape for an older lock. And not much to the padlock. Nothing really much worth showing. It is a bit of a jimmy rig what I did to get this core to fit. This isn't retained in any way to the back of the core. It's just kind of kept there by this plate. Rune might have a thing or two to say about that, but I'm okay with it because there's nowhere for this to fall out. If that were the case, I would never have done it. Because if that falls out, you'll never get the lock open, obviously. So, get these tweezers out of the way. Quick close-up of these beautiful pins. One of my favorite locks. And this is a pretty good one because every chamber that has a security pin, well, they're all security pins. Basically, these are kind of considered security pins, but every chamber that has countermilling in it has whatever you want to call it, spool key-pin or torpedo-shaped key-pin. And what I was talking about on these, they're also tapered at this end, so when you're in a false set and the chamber's kind of, how could I say that? When the opening is kind of closed off, these give you counter rotation on your plug. And then once you get by this tapered part, you get set into the smaller diameter, and it feels exactly like you just set a spool. You think everything's going great, but you'll never get that lock open because it's overset. Hopefully you can get a nicer view to show that these are tapered. Can you see that? Yeah, I think you can. So very smart setup. So yeah, I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer. Hope someone enjoyed that at least. Hopefully a bit more enjoyable than my last video. I didn't get too much interest in that one, but yeah, just a normal lock, kind of understandable. Won't be able to. Actually, I don't think I'm ever going to pick this because I don't want to wear this thing out. But if anyone has any interest what Assa Twin 6000 is like, let me know. I'd like to, I'd be happy to show one and disassemble one. I eventually will pick one. I have picked one or two, but it's tough to get on camera in a decent amount of time. But yeah, like I said, if anyone ever wants to see Assa Twin disassembly, please let me know. I'll do that. I'll do a video on that. Always looking for an excuse to make a video. Alright guys, I'm going to leave you off with that. As always, appreciate everyone's support. Really means a lot to me. Love this community. Love making videos and love communicating with you guys. Hope everyone's doing okay. Crazy times. But yeah, stick in there. I'll be back with another video in not too long. Take care guys. Appreciate everyone's support. See you on the next one.